Hello, this is Eric Holman here recording for the first time using Camtasia Studio. So this is my Dofus character, Du Niflheim, which is a level 154 any, which is basically the healer class of the game Dofus, which is a flash-based MMO turn type kind of game. So let me create a new character here to explain the different character types and difference between them. Alright, so I've already chosen my server, which is Rushu, and this bar over here describes my subscription time remaining. Alright, so let's move on to classes. This is a Ekka, which is basically a sort of buffer type, which buffs with shields, but also has some powerful attacking spells, such as the aggressive glyph and cloudy attack. The most popular build for the Ekka right now is actually the intellect build for the Ekka. Alright, let's move on to the next class, which is the Osa, which is basically your run-of-the-mill summoner. It uses basic spells to summon different types of animals, as well as buffing those creatures with different types of buffs. And next we have the Truth, which is the treasure hunter of the group. Generally, the build you want to go for the treasure hunter is chance, because chance brings up your prospecting and lets you drop more items and lets you break prospecting locks. Now, the NU has a very powerful prospecting spell, which summons a chest that basically has its own loot rolls and so forth. It can drop cash and also items. Next, we have the Shram, which is the... sorry about that. Some fucker is messing with me. Sorry about that. Alright. Shram is basically the game's stealthy kind of trap layer, but also can use very hard strength and agility based spells. Now, the Shram's most important thing has to be the traps, because it's a different kind of oh wait, let me find the traps. Here we have the Mass Trap, which is a very nice earth-based trap, which is very powerful. Alright, next we have the Cellor, which is basically the controller of time. It's a sort of a long-range, mid-range magic type cast dude, which has a lot of spells to reduce the AP action points of the other party, as well as teleportation, and can give action points. Now that takes us to the Ekka flip, which is basically the high roller. He's a risk character which relies on luck most of the time, because most of his spells are also harmful. Like, for example, Feline Spirit can in 50% of the times hurt yourself, but also in 50% of the times you can do nothing, which basically wastes your action points. As well as its summon can sometimes heal your enemies instead of damaging them, and he can reduce your own AP and MP, and MP stands for movement points. Next we have the Any, which is basically your run-of-the-mill healer with little to none other types of spells, but it can do damage as well, pretty much. Pretty good, I mean, sorry. Alright, and that brings us to the IOP, which is the basic strength-based or intellect-based or even agility-based character in the game, which has the most powerful spell called Eop's Wrath, which does an immense amount of damage. So basically this is your Ravager type of class. Next we have the Kra, which is the basically your archer that has very long ranged spells and powerful buffs. Next we have the Sedita, which is he's a demi summoner, but also can do nice AoE damage as well as Unbewitch, which is removing a second party's your enemies. And now where the hell is that spell? I can't find it, I think. Anyway, he's basically your semi summoner. Most guys tend to go strength when playing a Sedita. Alright, and the Sakrier is your run-of-the-mill tank character. He puts all of his all of his stat points into vitality, because he gets bonus from doing that. 1 point equals 2 points of 2 points of HP, and he's your run-of-the-mill tank. Is viable in both chance, agility, intellect, and earth. He has spells that buffs his stats when he gets hit. Now the Panda is a subscription. You need to have a subscription to play a Panda, a Rogue, and a Masquerader. But we'll get to that in another video. Now, your Pandava is your run-of-the-mill resistance reducer as well as positioning character, because he can actually lift and throw both allies and enemies. And he has a powerful Unbewitchment spell as well. Next brings us to the Rogue. It's very little known about the Rogue so far. I haven't really played a Rogue yet, but I don't like them. They're kinda weird. They got bombs and can do huge amount of damage with their bombs. They're actually only the one character in the game that I can actively control their own summons. Next bring us to the Masquerader, which is basically a high damage builder. He's another Ravager class in the Dofus. So that was a quick look at Dofus, the characters, and so forth. I'll be bringing you more videos regarding Dofus, but thank you for watching. How do I stop this? There we go.